I've forgotten so many things all of a sudden. So hey everyone, welcome to Insights with Alicia. It's 7 p.m. in Phoenix, Arizona time. My favorite place to be is with you all. What do? Every week we gather to learn and connect, and I often say things and people want to know more about it. They like the insight from the scientific psychic. There are so many things that I've experienced that have transformed my life, and I love being able to share these insights to help everyone, not just my clients. We talk about relationships, our behavior, so many life skills to change your life, and the tools and ideas to support those changes. And animals sometimes too. Let's not forget about them. And for those of you that don't know, I am Alicia Sweezer, owner of Who Knew Healing, and I am an intuitive life coach, animal consultant and communicator, psychic medium, and intuitive mentor. And I provide healing and growth opportunities for people and animals. And for those of you listening as a podcast, welcome. If you'd like the video version, please visit my YouTube channel under Alicia Sweezer, or even better, join us live on Monday nights. I would love, love, love to have you. Those of you watching on Facebook, if you'd like to comment, particularly this evening, because there's going to be some group participation, join us by the Zoom link. And the main reason that I love doing Insights with Alicia is because it gives us a place to start creating something new in our lives. I get to shine the light on things and show you a different perspective for how you can create change for yourself. And then you get to choose to continue to grow down your path. You get to work with me individually to transform at a deeper level and a quicker pace. So it's just a place before we start. I do have a really cute background on tonight. I was in Canva looking for some new Zoom backgrounds, and this cute kitty one popped up. So for those of you that are watching visually or watching the recording, isn't it super cute? It's a bunch of kitties and they're all saying like hello in different languages. And I just thought it was super cute. And for tonight, we're going to have some fun. So I know what I said of the last few weeks was that we were going to have a special guest this evening. And that was the plan up until a very short while ago. Tonight's Insight with Alicia was supposed to be a special interview with the amazing Leonie Dawson. She is a marketing guru and multi-millionaire businesswoman who is in Australia, and I adore, and unfortunately she had to cancel. So we do not have that interview tonight. And since I don't have a backup plan, because the universe doesn't deliver me more than one idea a week, even though I've asked repeatedly, can I have some more information, inspiration and information, so that I do have more than just that week of creating and the stress for myself? That didn't happen. So plan B, right? Because here's the thing. When it got canceled today, we do the pivot, right? And at some point, I'm sure I'll have an Insights with Alicia about that. I'm still having a bunch of feelings. And so it is not a place to be teaching. And you know how I feel about having my feelings. So I got quiet and I took some time and I thought about, I could cancel tonight. And it didn't feel light to do so. It felt light to still connect with you all, because that is one of the things that I love doing on Monday nights, right? However this looks, I love doing it with you guys. And if it was a match for me to cancel, I would have done so, because I'm always telling you guys, to choose what's in alignment for you, choose what's light, and what is going to serve you in the highest contribution. But I didn't get the cancellation. So I did have this other idea that we're going to just play around and see how it goes. So I don't know if you all remember a couple of weeks ago, right? I did the talk on when you get that little nudge inside, like to just do it, to step forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. Here's perfect practice of that. None of this is planned. We're going to see how it goes. And it could go horribly wrong, or we could have lots of fun. And either way, it's public. So it could be epic. It could be an epic fail or an epic success. Super thirsty tonight. Hope you all got something to drink. Okay. So what we're going to be doing this evening is I have this book. Well, if it's going to show, and I don't know if it's showing backwards, but it's called 3,000 Questions About Me. And I originally bought this book because I thought that it would have some really good live blog podcast ideas, right? Like one of these questions would spark something like that. And it hasn't really done that yet, but I don't look at it very often. So tonight, what we're going to do, and I would love for you all to play in my reindeer games, is I'm going to randomly pick questions out of here. And if you guys want to pick one, so pick a number between 1 and 3,000, pop it in the chat. And that's the question I'll go to. And we're all going to answer it. And this is all voluntary participation. You do not have to, but we're just going to have some fun and see what questions this book has, because it ranges from all kinds of stuff, from very serious, meaningful to just goofy things. So please, like, I would love to have participation for everyone. All right. We got our first question. What is that? Like I feel like the lottery, or what is it is it on Frasier? They used to say, we have a listener, and what is it? Long-time listener, first-time caller, or something like that. Okay. So first question is 963. So we're going to flip to that. I'm so nervous. This is so fun. Okay. Oh, this is a good question. Okay. 963. Have you ever been a big brother or sister to a less fortunate youth? And would you? I have never, and I totally would. I never wanted children of my own. I knew that wasn't a match. And I always thought if that ever changed that I would adopt, because there are plenty of children who need adopted out there. And I am not so good with the babies and the diapers. Like, I cannot change a diaper to save my life, which is hysterical because I have 7 nieces and nephews. And I was always like, go see your mother, or when I was married, go see your uncle, because I can't do it. I can do all kinds of animal stuff. My mom would be like, really? You can do that with a horse, but you can't change a human diaper? And I'm like, no human diapers. So, but there was lots of older children who need adopted. And I thought if that ever changed for me, then I would adopt an older kid. That's not the path that my life took, but I would totally be a big brother, big sister. They'd probably have to be, I swear a lot now, so they'd probably have to be okay with that. I didn't used to swear. What about you guys? Would anybody do that? Or have you done it? Ooh. Yeah, that's partly why, I agree with that. So someone wrote in here that they never have, and that they have always been concerned that they didn't want to pass on their family trauma to another child. They didn't want to pass on patterns and that sort of thing. And I totally get that, because that's a very forward thinking and very conscious way of trying to break, right, generational trauma that gets passed down through the lines that people don't even always think about. So thank you so much for sharing. That is, yes, very, very insightful. Awesome. Any other numbers out there? Am I just going to pick? Are you just going to pop one in? Anyone going once? Going twice? All right, I'm flipping a page. Put some more in there though. Oh, all right. We got one, 333. Funny, because I was talking about numbers today. 333. And I did see 444 after having a number conversation today. And I had said to the person, I never see 444. It was pretty funny. Oh gosh. Okay. What is your favorite actress beginning with the letter J? So the first one that popped in my head is Jennifer Gardner. She did that Alias show plus so many other things. And I loved that Alias show. Those of you who know me personally probably make sense. But I watched every episode, and I think someone even bought me like the DVDs at one point, and I've rewatched it on, Hulu or Netflix or whatever. But I love her. I as a human and as an actress. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So someone wrote in the chat, Jada Pinkett Smith, right? She is an amazing woman as well, and actress. Like, she's an awesome actress. I love her and stuff. Wasn't she in, years ago, I'd never seen the movie. Oh my gosh, what is it? Girls Night or something. And it's got like Queen Latifah and I think what's her name? Tiffany Haddish and Jada Pinkett Smith. And there's another one on there. That is a funny ass movie. Like, there was some parts that I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. I forget the exact name of it, but I highly recommend it. Oh, another one in here. Yes, right. She's awesome too. Julia Louise Dreyfus. Elaine from Seinfeld was like right where I originally knew her from, but then she went on and what was she in, like VIP, something like that. Another one. And then and I was talking about the other show with someone recently. Is it My Veep? That's right. She was in Veep. And what was it? My Brothers. Remember, it was her and she had the brother and the son. It was a really funny show. And I remember talking with the person, and I think it may have been someone that's here tonight, about how we really liked the brother and how funny he was. I'm thinking it's one of you two, because I don't talk to a lot of people. So very, very good shares. Thank you so much. Those are awesome. This is fun. I like this. Yes, New Adventures of Old Christine. Thank you. See y'all helping the brain damaged girl tonight with the memory. I appreciate that very much. So, okay. Do we have another number on our questions? Someone going to type one in? Anything 0 to 3,000. Oh, look at you with the numbers, people. 444. Got all my spiritual astrology, numerology people on here tonight, which I absolutely love. You think I would have checked this one earlier, right? I'd be like, oh, what is it? I didn't do any of that. Oh my God, I don't know. Okay, so 444 is, what is the craziest thing you've ever asked Siri? I don't really remember. I don't really ask Siri a lot of questions. I usually just go to Google and type them in. I don't have one of those. I do know though, like one time, you know, people are always like, oh, your phones are listening to you and that sort of thing. And oh God, I'm trying to think of how it was. We were having a conversation. I was in someone's house and we were having a conversation, and the phone had, oh, now it's not even going to be a good story because I can't remember the good part of it, but we weren't talking about the thing. And somehow the thing still came up on the phone, and we all were like very freaked out because we were like, that's not what any of us said, but it was like what we were thinking. It's very, very interesting. Okay. They're so funny in the chat in here. Oh my gosh, they're cracking me up. Don't use that one. Okay, that one's not a number. I'm not answering that question. And it's too long for tonight. The question is, why do we exist? That's a whole insights with Alicia episode that we can do discussing that. I do like the question though, and I appreciate it. Oh, that's why you asked Siri. Okay, I was like, God, please don't ask me that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so someone put in the chat, why do we exist is what she, you know, according to the weirdness level of what she'd asked Siri. Thank God. I was like, oh, the pressure of all those spiritual questions. See what happens when we're doing all this stuff on the fly. You never know what's going to come out. Thank you for clarifying. I had a little bit of a panic attack there. So that's pretty funny. That is hysterical. Okay. Any other numbers? We're going to pick, don't pick the same numbers. Pick like, you know, look, I'm being all controlling. Pick whatever you want. Just type it in the chat there. My logical part's trying to kick in. All right. Cato likes the low numbers. Wonder what that tells us about her in the numerology. We're going to number 11. I got to flip to the front of the book. Where's number 11? Literally page 1. Ooh. What is the quality you most like in a woman? God, there's so many, right? I have like such amazing female friends, and they all have so many amazing qualities. What was the question again? I got all in my head because I was like this and this and this. What is the quality you most like in a woman? Oh my God. Okay, so someone wrote in the chat, testicular fortitude, which I just love. There's all those jokes right about it being on your chest sort of thing. Yes, I can't just pick one. I don't know if that's a manifesting generator thing, but I can't because yes, I agree. Like there's integrity, respect, compassion. That's what people are writing in the chat, as well as testicular fortitude. And, you know, and strength. Like I have really strong, female friends, and I appreciate that, because when I am not, they are able to be strong for me. And I also love that when, what's the word? I don't want to say like feminine, but very nurturing and caring, because I'm not always very good at being that for myself. It's one of the things that I work on, and they remind me of that a lot. So, right, there's like that feminine energy of like, you don't, you know, like that very nurturing and caring. And I really appreciate that and admire it. So you guys are cracking me up with your answers here. Not that I expected anything different from the person who wrote testicular fortitude. I'm not shocked. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. All right, so pop some, I'm going to pick one and then you guys pop some other numbers in there. I'm just randomly flipping to a page. All right. Okay, I read 3 at the same time, which I don't know how that happens. So I'm going to look again. Oh gosh. Okay. Question 2422. What do you love about winter? Y'all know I hate the cold. Y'all know I live in Arizona for a reason. What do I love about winter? I mean, snow's nice. And I'm originally from Michigan. So like, you know, I don't have like it's slush and cold and gray. Those are my thoughts and memories of winter. Someone wrote, in Arizona, it's short. Yes, winter. It felt really long this year. I'm not gonna lie. But it is very short in Arizona, and it's not like anywhere else. I was in my marketing thing today, and they're all talking about shoveling snow and everything. And I said, am I, you know, there's, I think like 8 of us. And I was like, am I the only one who is someplace nice, like where it's not snowing? And they were like, yeah. There was one other woman in Texas, so that was helpful, but everyone else is snow and cold. And I got the sliding glass door open today, so you know it's warm here for me to do that. But I guess, I don't know, like it always goes to the animals for me. That's the one thing I think about with winter, is that, you know, they get their big poofy winter coats, and sometimes they change color, and that kind of stuff is always, I love that kind of stuff. That's always fascinating for me. So, okay, we got another number on here, 375. Ooh, it's not, the pages are not very flexible in this book. Oh my goodness. All right, I better not be the only one to answer this. And yes, everything is voluntary. Question 375. What part of your life would you put a big warning label on? Ooh, that one should come with a trigger warning, right? Like, oh, I would say, let me see, let me do the math. How old was I in 2006? So the 80s, 90s, so 27, so 33. So that is where I would put the big warning label, because that's when my last head injury happened. And it would have been nice to know, like, hey, there's a massive change coming in your life that will, you know, completely put you on a new timeline, and your life will look completely different from this point on. Someone wrote in the chat, don't tell me what to do or how to do something unless I ask, and then she have happy faces. So, because she knows I'm joking. And she doesn't like to be told what to do, which I can appreciate. So, do you guys have any answers for those? Anything you want to voluntarily share about? Is there a part of your life that you would put a warning label on? Going once, going twice. I know you're all are like typing, it's trickier. All right. I need another number. Someone pop in a number for the questions. The ones you guys type in are more fun. I seem to pick the more serious ones. So pick some more numbers. Anyone? Ooh, that's a good one. Look at you all with the, man, my number people. So question 1313. Ooh, I gotta flip more pages. Okay. Do you keep a journal and does it help you? I'm not a good journaler. I'm not. I used to judge myself horribly for it because all of my friends used to, all the friends I had before were big journalers and I am not. And so I was thinking, oh, right, I'm doing it wrong. And especially all of my spiritual work and energy work. And the truth is I actually have 3 whiteboards and that's how I work. And you can't see because of the background, but they hang all around me here. And that is how I do all of my stuff is through 3 whiteboards. And I do try to keep, it's in an Excel spreadsheet. It's called a whim journal. You guys have heard me talk about that kind of stuff of how I don't really pay attention to the things unless they're really big and impact in my life. And we have wins all day long, every day. And so I try to write those down so that I can remember them and see when that self-doubt voice creeps in, it's something that you can go back and look and be like, here's all the things. Because when the self-doubt is in there, your memory doesn't remember all of the things that you have won and accomplished and made it through and all that kind of stuff. So we've got in the chat here, I'm an occasional intermittent journaler. One of these people in here, I am hoping one day writes a book and I would love to read it. And no pressure or attachment. I just love her insight and how she shares them. And I would read her book in a heartbeat. Even if it was her journal, I would read it like it was crack. And then someone else wrote in here, it helped reading entries months later to see the patterns that weren't apparent at the time that I was writing them. Right. That is a really good thing with journals, is you can go back and see things where you're like, oh yeah. Or the patterns over time, like where you're like, oh, I was doing that for like a month and a half and oh, I don't do that anymore. That's awesome. Or I shifted it, or that got so much easier. And I'm so grateful that that happened because look at what came out of it. So that's a really good idea. Yes, seeing patterns is so beneficial, right? When we see our patterns and behavior, seeing anything, because then we have that awareness and then we get to have the opportunity to shift it. Doesn't mean it's always easy. So any other numbers for, look at you guys on the ball. All right. 2, 3, 6, 9. I love this. This book could even, they have those books of questions, but like, how big I am of when you're getting into relationships and I have lists of questions for people to ask themselves and their partners and that sort of thing. This could even be one for fun where you just ask each other questions to get to know each other. All right. 2, 3, 6, 9. Do you have a funny nickname for something other than yourself? So is that like, so do you have a funny nickname for something other than yourself? I have lots of funny nicknames actually for myself that people have given me. But not for, one, Pip, right? Like any of us that have animals, they don't have just one name. They have like 9 and changing all of the time. Like most of the time I called Pip Monkey. Cause when he was little, he used to swing around this cat tree by one little paw, like he was a monkey. Or I called him Pipper, or what was the other thing I used to call him? Pip, monkey. Like you got to run him through your head, right? Monkey face. Yeah, lots of monkey stuff. What about you guys? I probably have nicknames of things. I know people always get confused because I come from a family of carpenters. And so some of the names are not like what is like on the box. So wall anchors, you know, those things that you put into the wall and they spread open. So like if you're hanging something that's just drywall and you're not in a stud, we, in my family, we call them mollies. And I used to say that, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking. And I was like, the thingies, and I didn't know the real word was called wall anchor, but whatever. And I have to remind myself to say sliding glass door, because in Michigan, where I grew up, we call them door walls. And people don't know what that is. And I'm like, the door wall, like, right? Because it's a door and a wall. So those are the only two things I can think of where people don't understand whatever. I did used to have one of my names for myself that people give me when I used to work in the field as a wildlife biologist in Louisiana was Bermuda grass, because apparently there is a species of Bermuda grass that's called Alicia Bermuda grass. So yay me. I have grass that, you know, takes over the world. Yep. Someone in here, right? She had the coolest dogs. You guys hear me talk about them all the time, Angus and Malcolm. And so she writes in here, Angus, Badangus, right? That fits him so much. Angus he was the partier of the two. Yes, that totally fits him. So we probably have time for, it's already like 7:30. This went by so fast. This was so much fun. Okay, guys, pick one more number and we'll go there and see what it does. We shall see. Ooh, good one. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 4. Ooh. I don't know if we can say these ones on the air. What is the worst name you've ever called anyone? There were swear words. That's all I'm going to say. So there were swear words involved, and not to like someone's face. Oh my God, is that what they're talking about? I'm talking about like in traffic and stuff. Like I can control myself when other people are around and, you know, tap into my higher self and that kind of stuff. In traffic, it's a little trickier. I'm not going to lie. So, but no, never to someone's. I mean, I know there are people that do that. Everyone, like someone else wrote in here, the little emoji with the swearing too. Yeah, I forget that there are people that, I mean, there's plenty of videos of it, right, on social media of someone calling someone else names. But no, I can't even imagine doing it to someone's. I don't know. I'm never that angry at someone to do that to their face. And I don't judge people that are. I've never gotten to that place. I'm usually more of a stuffer than a screamer. So yeah, that one isn't, I would never do that to the person. Okay. I want to do one more question too. So you guys pick. I'm having fun. Not gonna lie. This is fun. And I get to see more what's in this book. So this is helpful. We'll see if it, sparks things for ideas, for inspiration, for more episodes. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking next number? Oh my God, wait a minute. I got to see if I can read this. Okay. I just want to double check. Is it okay if I say that one out loud? I won't say anyone's name or anything, but if you're okay with me repeating that, okay. So because now I want to know the story. So this was said to their face. If I had a face like yours, I'd shave my ass and walk on my hands. So, there had to have been something going down there. So I want to know the story. I'm trying to think if I do know that story. And she says, yep, it felt so good. I bet sometimes we let that out. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, so we got one more number of 647. Ooh. Okay. Describe war in your opinion in just a few words. Ugh. So I'm just going to say the first 3 words that popped in was annihilation, unconsciousness, and heartache. Those are the 3 things that popped in. I have many more to describe war, but that's the first thing that just popped in. It was more of a feeling for me. Like, it was like, ooh, and then I got to find words for the feelings, right? Us empaths. Someone else wrote, egomaniacs not getting their way. Absolutely. 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 That is, oh yeah, there's a good one too. And then someone else wrote dehumanization, which is very much what happens in war. So lots of interesting questions in this book. We went all over the place. Thank you everyone for being willing to play along and have fun with my pivot and plan B. And as always, being part of, my Monday night Insights with Alicia here. And I am so grateful that you guys show up every week and connect with me. And those of you that watch the videos and listen to the podcast, super, super grateful for all of you as well. You are all the reason that I do this every Monday night. And I super, super appreciate it. And yay, everyone's writing in the chat that they had so much fun and we got to learn something about each other. If you guys want to, if you want to do this some other night too, let me know. And we'll have another fun night that we do stuff like this, and we'll pick questions and get to learn some more stuff. Because I had a blast too. This was really fun. It was very much what I needed tonight. And so I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, so that's it for tonight. It went by so fast. I want to keep doing this. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. All of you watching, join me again next Monday. Who knows what we'll be talking about. I started to write something today. Not sure. We'll see where it goes. It had been something that I had ideas written down and I point this way because it was at this end of my desk. At this piece of paper has been sitting over there. So I got the intuition to drag that piece of paper back across to the middle of the desk today. And then I started writing some things. So we'll see if that's what we end up talking about. Thank you so much. Everyone's like, you did a great job. Yay. Okay. So if there are people that, this was one of ours that was fun, but if you feel like sharing this, the video will be uploaded to YouTube tonight under Alicia Sweezer. Do the things, right? The subscribe, the like, the share, all of the things. And it'll be uploaded to the podcast under Insights with Alicia on all of the platforms also. And as always, thank you to everyone who has donated to my Cosmic Tip Jar. It allows me to continue to create things like this. If anyone feels led to do so, the links are in the event info, multiple options. And I hope that I'm going to freak my computer out. That this was what filled you up this evening as well. Like I said, I know it was a little bit different than usual and I had a blast, and I will see you guys next Monday. Right. It's already March. How did that happen? And, right. What I wanted to say too is time change happens this Sunday. So this will continue to happen at 7 p.m. my time, which is, Mountain Standard Time, but I know the time change for everyone else. So if you are to the west of Arizona, we'll be back at the same time, I believe, because Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. So I switched to Pacific. And then those of you that are east will gain an hour. So it'll be a little bit later for you guys. So just something to pay attention to in the scheduling. I had to move some stuff today that I totally forgot about. I was like, oh, time change. I always think it happens a little bit later in March, but that way, nobody misses out next week, because I love when you're all here. All right, everyone, have a fabulous week. Thank you so much for playing along. I had a blast, and I will see you all again. Thanks so much. Bye.